It's time for today's Lucky Land horoscope with Victoria Cash.
Life's gotten mundane, so shake up the daily routine and be adventurous with a trip to Lucky Land. You know what they say, your chance to win starts with a spin. So go to LuckyLandSlots.com to play over 100 social casino-style games for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Get lucky today at LuckyLandSlots.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
What's good? It's Colleen Witt, and Eating While Broke is back for Season 3. Brought to you by the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. We're serving up some real stories and life lessons from people like Van Lathan, DC Young Fly, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and many more. They're sharing the dishes that got them through their struggles and the wisdom they gained along the way. We're cooking up something special, so tune in every Thursday.
Listen to Eating While Broke on the Black Effect Podcast Network, iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hello, everybody. John Schmelk with you here for the Giants Podcast Network to announce a couple of small changes coming up in terms of how we're organizing our podcast. We're just trying to streamline everything so you guys can get the best content in the least number of places. So we're reducing our podcast feed amount and consolidating a little bit. Here's how this is going to work. New episodes of the Giants Hangout, Her Playbook, and Draft Season will now all appear on the Giants Huddle podcast feed. You're going to notice that Giants Huddle podcast feed is going to be retitled the Giants Podcast Network. You do not have to resubscribe. Your subscription will remain, but the title will change to the Giants Podcast Network because it's now going to contain the Giants Huddle podcast, Her Playbook, Giants Hangout, and we'll still have Papa's Perspective on there. We'll still have Giants 100 on there. We'll still have the Front Office Edition podcast on there. So that will be your go-to place. Subscribe to the Giants Podcast Network feed for new episodes of the Giants Hangout, Her Playbook, and Draft Season. Giants Hangout and Her Playbook feeds, they will discontinue at the end of the month. So the only place you'll be able to find those Giants Hangout episodes and those Her Playbook episodes will be on the current Giants Huddle podcast feed, which will soon be rebranded to the Giants Podcast Network feed. We are going to leave the draft season feed on its own in case you're a draft fan but not a Giants fan. You don't want Giants content, you just want draft content. The draft season feed will stay active, but those draft season episodes will pop up on that Giants Huddle podcast feed, which again will soon be changing titles and will become the Giants Podcast Network feed. And important to note, the Big Blue Kickoff live feed and the Giants Media Pass feed, those will remain the same. They will not change, so maintain your subscription to those. So we're going to have those three main podcast feeds: the Giants Podcast Network feed, currently known as the Giants Huddle feed, the Giants Media Pass podcast feed, and then Big Blue Kickoff. That's where you can find all of your Giants podcasts. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to make things more convenient for you, our listener. Hope you enjoy our content as we begin to kick off the 2024 season.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
Zyn nicotine pouches deliver nicotine satisfaction anywhere, anytime. Which means Zyn pairs well with you, your personality, your schedule, and your spontaneity. Zyn fits easily into your bag, pocket, and into your life. Because it's smoke-free, hands-free, and hassle-free. So the only person who will know you have a Zyn pouch in is you. Visit Zyn.com or head to your local convenience store today to find your Zyn. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.